we have no confirmation who organized these attacks. And I'm not the person, I'm not from military to say about this. But definitely, I think it is important that Russian citizens should feel what the war is in reality. Because still Russian people are living like they think normal life. And at this time, Russia is destroying neighboring country, completely killing people, making genocide, committing war crimes. But Russian people live in a kind of a world where they don't feel the war. That will continue forever. And the only way to change it is such things, when they will feel that their houses can be attacked too, that their children can be killed too, and that they can die. That's the only thing which can change their attitude to what the regime is doing. Definitely, Russia is not democracy. So there will not be a democratic choice of people to change something. But in any way, there are people in the country, and even autocratic leaders and even dictators like Putin, they don't think about what people think at all. They need also to take it into consideration. And that's why I think it's very important what had happened yesterday, that people in Moscow felt finally the war, especially in Moscow, because in Russian reality, what is happening in some provinces, nobody cares about this. But the capital, always in dictatorships, the capital is crucial. And what people feel in the capital is important. And that's why I think what happened yesterday was an important moment in the war.
The history of attacks on civilians and bombing is pretty clear, I think, that it doesn't break the spirit. If anything, it stiffens the resolve. Are you not concerned that where perhaps Russians were beginning to be affected by sanctions, were beginning to question the Moscow line on this war, they may now feel that they're all in because there are direct attacks on Moscow?
I think that there is a kind of a deal between Putin and Russian people. And that is a deal that Putin is not. It's not a deal like in the normal world, in the democratic world. The deal looks like this. People gave to Putin all the power, and he should give them safety. That is the only thing. He's not giving them well. He's not making them wealthy. It's not about their well-being, because Russia, you need to understand that part of Russia still lives without toilets, centralized toilets. They don't have it, many Russian provinces. So they live like in 19th century, many of them. And that's okay for them. But it's not okay for them to know that they are weak, that they are so weak that their capital can be attacked. And that destroys this deal, and that puts a question mark for them. Is really Putin a leader which can lead their country? So that's why I think it is important. And I don't think that it will have, like you're saying, it's not about to break their will, because there is no will of Russian people to make a war with Ukraine. It's a will of one person. It's a will of Putin. But Russian people, they agree with everything Putin is doing. But if they will feel that the country is weak, that is for them very important, for Russian people to understand that it's not a mighty empire which the whole world counts with. But they're so weak that Kremlin can be attacked, that Moscow can be attacked. That can change the situation. And that's why I don't see any threats in this, but quite opposite. I think this is a good story.